Hi, I'm Terry McFeely and welcome to my studio. Today's video we're going to be concentrating on wire wrapping for stems of flowers. I have pre-cut the wire stem fabric and I'm going to finger fold, finger press in half to get it ready. There we go. Okay, so that will be used with an 18 gauge wire. Material Arts has their own line of wire and it is the red wire. I've also pre-made a little bud with a stem. As you can see, I have the 22 gauge wire coming out the end. And this is a leaf that I cut and then I stitched. There is a small narrow dart that goes all the way down and it's back tacked on both sides. You take your 22 gauge or your white wire and insert it into the dart. And then I like to give myself about a ½ inch, and with wire cutters just cut it. Then I'm going to finger press the leaf open, and actually for application I'm just going to bend it completely back like that. So I'm going to now attach it to the wire, and in my patterns I give a variety of spacing for your wire. I'm going to put that fairly close to the top, probably about 3 inches down. Take your wire cutters or your pliers, and I like to line these up and hold it firmly, and then this 22 gauge wire is light enough that with your fingers you can just wrap it around the stem wire. When you get to the end, you'll have a little stem up. I like to just take the pliers and just tighten it as I'm kind of wrapping it. So there you have the stem wired to the leaf, or the leaf wired to the stem. I'm going to do the same thing with the bud, and I like them about the same place, but you could do several buds, several leaves on a long stem. But for this workshop, I'm going to put them fairly close together. And again, hold them both tightly and wrap the wire around tightly. Grip the end. There you have both your stem and your bud attached. And this is the fabric that we finger pressed already, and we are going to lay the wire right into the center of this stem fabric. I'm going to be using hot glue on the low setting, and I'm just going to put a little dab there in the center, and also under both of the add-ons here, the leaf and the bud. I don't know if you saw that, but it's just so that they're adhered to that side of the stem fabric. And I'll tack it a little bit here. If I was using a craft glue, it's much slower drying, and you wouldn't need to tack it. You would just, do a squiggle bead and just hold it sections at a time. But I like the hot glue gun. It's much faster and less messy. So I'm just going to squiggle bead along the center and off to one side, and then finger press it closed. So I went from the tip of the stem to just below the leaf. And I can see I missed a little here, so I'm going to go ahead and just add a little glue and push that in. And hold it until it sets. All right. Now I have the rest of the stem to glue, and so I'm just going to go down probably another 6 inches. So I kind of went off the edge there. It's a little messy. Probably should be using a paper towel here to protect my work surface, which I highly recommend. Okay, so now that's pressed. I'll go a little further. And just finger press it closed. And we'll finish. Oh, a little too much glue here, but it rolls right off. Now I have a little extra stem here, so I'll just cut that off. My wire cutters. And there you have a stem prepared for a flower. This is the rose, and before I make the rose I will just fold the leaf and the bud back and then just start wrapping the rose. So here's your finished stem, and go ahead and take a look at my rose wrapping video because I will be using this stem and creating a wonderful flower. Thank you so much.